Arthur, that was magnificent and gripping stuff.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
Your life sounds, right from the get-go, quite extraordinary.
Yes, I've had an extraordinary life. I'm still having an extraordinary life, actually.
Well, this book has been published by Faber and Faber.
And Faber.
And Faber.
Yeah.
And Faber.
Faber and Faber and Faber. And I know that for a fact because I've read it.
Right. Okay.
3 of them.
So it's been published by Faber and Faber and Faber. Did they approach you to write the book? What made you want to write this wonderful memoir?
Well, people have been on at me to write my memoir for donkey's years, more years than I can remember. And all the publishers came in and there was a protracted bidding war. And when I met the people from Faber and Faber and Faber, I was very, very impressed by what they said, and they did a lovely shepherd's pie in the canteen. And that's what swung it for me.
Okay. So you're particularly fond of shepherd's pie. That's lovely.
Well, I wouldn't say specifically shepherd's pie. General meat products.
Yeah. But you're an entertainer. You are used to the crowd. You're used to soaking up the liveness of an event, like standing on stage, like you're sitting on stage as you are now. But so, what made you want to sit in a room and write and be all private and quiet?
Well, I had a story to tell.
And how did you begin to write that story?
Well, Faber and Faber and Faber let me use a typewriter I had.
Oh, so you didn't do it on a computer then?
No, they won't let me have a computer. They have a typewriter they lend out to the writers. That's what they told me, anyway.
And did you find it a particularly fulfilling experience writing this memoir?
Yes. Yes, I did.
You enjoyed it?
It was lovely. Yeah.
It's quite a challenge, isn't it, to write page after page after page after page and to remember all of that stuff about your life. How did you do that?
Well, I did it. What I did was I started off with a letter, and then that became a word, and that word became a sentence, and that sentence a paragraph, and the paragraph ended up as a chapter, and then I did that a lot of times. Then I had a book.
You make it sound so easy.
Do I?
Yeah, that sounds really very, very, very straightforward, step-by-step guide to writing a book.
I did try dictating it into a cassette player I got from Argos, but I had to take it back.
So...
Well, listen. The cassette I put in it, when I take myself dictating a whole morning's work on a book, and I went to play it, it wasn't my voice at all. It was someone else asking if she looked nice in her shoes. I took it back to Argos and I said, "Here." She said, "What do you want, first of all?" And because of all that queuing system. I said, "What I want is this tape recorder you sold me is malfunctioning." She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "It's not working properly." I said, "Listen to this." And I pressed it, and this woman came on said, "Well, that's nice in these shoes." She said, "Oh, I don't know what to say," and stuff like that. And she said, "Where did you get the cassette from?" I said, "Well, I got it from Harry Underwood's, a second-hand shop on Whitfield Street." And I said, "And what's more, that isn't my voice, what you just heard there. And not only is it not my voice, it's a woman." Otherwise, they'd give me £15 back. Get off.
Did you write a letter of complaint to them?
Yeah, I did.
And did they
you must have.
Well, I'm just curious because, when you buy something, you don't expect that sort of thing to happen, do you?
I do. I've not had much success with Argos. Marks and Spencer's are very good, actually. I've once got their so-called assorted nuts. And, the Brazil nut, I got over the Brazil nuts, and I do quite enjoy the Brazil nut now, after one nearly killed me. And when I got back, I picked the Brazil nut off the top, and I thought, "Oh, that's lovely, I'm enjoying this. I look forward to having another Brazil in this so-called assortment later." Got right down to the bottom, and there wasn't another Brazil nut. And I looked on the back, and it said, Brazil nuts, 25%, almonds, 25%, hazelnuts, 25%, cashew nuts, 25%. So I wrote my letter, and I said, I put that in the letter, not that, about the quantities of nuts in there. And I said, in my estimation, it was more like, and I know I'll get the maths wrong now. Anyway, there was 1% of Brazil nuts in there. So, and they sent me a letter back with a £5 voucher. What's that got to do with my book? I mean, what sort of question was that?
I'm just sort of hoping that we can, through talking, sort of you can share your life with this wonderful audience who are here to see you.
Oh.
You read the opening chapter.
I did.
Of the book.
Oh, you heard that?
I did hear that, and heard you sort of talking about being top C and entering into the world, and talked of your mother and father.
Oh, bless you.
I've read a bit of this book, and you.
Oh.
No, I've read all of the book, actually. I've read all of the book.
Yes.
And you describe yourself in your early years as being the fatherless son of a contortionist mother.
That's right, yeah.
Could you tell us a little bit more about that? When did your father disappear, and why did he disappear?
Well, it's always have disappeared during the war. We could never quite find him or know where he was. But he did come back with he'd been shot in the foot. And he came back and was invalided out. And he said that a big German got him and shot him in the foot for no reason at all. Yes, shot him in his own foot, and what's more, he shot him with his own gun in his own foot. So how unlucky was that? Anyway, he was invalided out, and he was limping badly right up until the war finished. The hero, the war hero, my dad. And anyway, during the time he was away, Mama, as I call her, among other words that mean mother, it depends how I feel, really. She was left on her own at a very vulnerable time, which is where that ended. And I'm not going to tell you what literally happened there, but she had to seek work as a contortionist in Doncaster, which is because everybody thinks I'm from the north, but I'm not. I'm a Cockney. I was born by the sound of the town hall of the Bow Bridges, and I was taken to Doncaster as an evacuee. And my mother got some work up there with a variety act of a contortionist, and it really brought out the best in her. I don't think I've ever seen her as happy, Fiona, as when she dislocated both her legs and she had them round the back of her head, eating grapes off the floor. That was aunt.
A very talented lady, by the sounds of it.
My mother and father, I owe them everything. I really, really do. I mean, when I was young, they nurtured me as you would a flower, and thanks to them, I've turned into this huge plant sitting here tonight.